Hello guys, how are you today? And welcome to my review of the second day of the F1 testing for the 2017 season. So yesterday they got to try out their new cars properly for the first time, and today that continued, and it was actually quite an interesting day in terms of seeing a bit of a running order and reliability and everything. So let's get into this. So Kimi Raikkonen was the fastest in the session today, followed by Lewis Hamilton, who was second fastest, 0.023 seconds behind. Interesting thing here is that Raikkonen was on the slower tyre. He was on the soft tyre, while Hamilton was on the super soft. So do Ferrari, the big question today, and maybe you can tell me in the comments what you think, does Ferrari have some serious pace? Or was it more just Mercedes sandbagging or high fuel or something that stopped them going a bit faster? I guess that's a big question for us all to answer. Also, be interesting to know because I was talking yesterday about Felipe Massa maybe doing well in this new era of F1 if he stays for only for this year or if he stays for longer, because he was better in the past when there's higher downforce. You could probably say a similar thing for Raikkonen. So maybe Raikkonen is going to have a bit of revival in his career, and I guess that's needed if he's going to be able to, stay in Ferrari and stay in a top team. And as for Mercedes, they certainly showed great reliability. They didn't really have any issues at all for this testing day. Hamilton drove in the morning, as we know, and Bottas drove in the afternoon. He did a race simulation. Can't complain about that, I guess. And he managed to do all of the race without breaking down. Obviously, it meant he wasn't as high up on the lap board, but you'd expect that if you're doing a race simulation rather than like qualifying laps. But they were all doing long runs, so you can always expect that. As for third place, that was taken up by the Red Bull and Max Verstappen. Much better day for Red Bull today. Yesterday was a difficult day, only doing 50 laps and not really doing any running in the morning. But thankfully, they're able to make up for it today, and it looks like they have also some decent pace, which is good for them, and hopefully Verstappen and Ricciardo can be in some sort of title fight. But of course, there's a big question about their engine. Will their engine be up to scratch? And I guess only time will tell with that one. After Verstappen, we had Magnussen and the Haas, a very impressive day for him. 118 laps, that's the highest of them all. For a team in the second season, not a lot of funding. That is a very impressive tally. Not have too many issues during that day. After Magnussen, we had Ocon in the Force India. A decent day for them. Maybe they could be slightly higher up on pace, but we have to see. And then 6th place, Kvyat in the Toro Rosso, not too far behind Force India. Okay, as I said, Bottas was in 7th place in the Mercedes, but he was doing a much longer run, a race simulation, but did do 102 laps. Now that is impressive, shows reliability. And if adding that to the 66 laps of Hamilton, Mercedes have clearly got very good reliability this season. I hope that this doesn't come to haunt them in Australia. After that, we had Palmer, 53 laps. They also had some issues today, in and out of the garage a lot. Then we had Giovinazzi in the Sauber, their reserve driver, because Ferrari is out injured at the moment. And then the two teams that struggled today. We got Vandoorne in the McLaren and Stroll in the Williams. Now, McLaren, they had another terrible day with a Honda engine. They did manage 40 laps, so I guess it was a bit better than yesterday. But they had to change their engine yet again. And Alonso isn't going to put up with this. It's not really fair on Vandoorne either. He's such a young talent. But Alonso, if he doesn't think he's going to be able to win anytime soon, he will leave McLaren and probably the whole sport. And that would be a really sad day because Alonso is a top driver, as I'm sure you know. And as for Lance Stroll and the Williams, it wasn't really his fault, although I think he did spin and cause a red flag. But they had they also did only 12 laps, had also issues, partly because of the crash, I guess. But they're going to be back tomorrow, hopefully, and hopefully we'll see some sort of pace like we did yesterday from the Williams. The main discussion point today also is the idea of the T-wing and the shark fin and everything. is there any chance that any of these things can be outlawed before Australia? Mainly because they look ugly, really ugly actually. And I guess maybe tell me in the comments at the end of this video what you think of the T-Wing and the double T-Wing that Mercedes had and everything, and tell me whether you think it's worth having them in F1 or not. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. If you have anything to say about this video, please leave a comment in the comments section below. If you really enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this and other types of videos, please subscribe to my channel. Also go and check out the video that should be on screen right now. And with that note, I'll just ask you to follow me on Twitter at BigGaming342 and like my Facebook page, BigGaming342. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.